During the infancy of the elven race, when the clans still lived by the shores of Cuivienen, Melkor rose to power in Middle-earth and began capturing wayward elves who strayed too far from their lands. When the Valar learned of these evils, Orome was sent to guide the elves to the safety of Valinor. Most agreed to go and became known as the Eldar, but some stayed behind, fearing Orome, believing him to be the evil one abducting their kin. Those that remained became known as the Avari. During the great journey to the Undying Lands, Orome became aware of a new race lurking in the shadows. Melkor had used captured elves, twisting their forms, corrupting them, and breeding the Orc race. When the Valar learned of this abomination and insult to Ilúvatar, they went to war, gathering an army of Maiar and traveling to Middle-earth in the war for sake of the elves. A guard was sent to watch over the Elves of Cuivienen to ensure they were not attacked by the forces of the Dark Lord. Leading the Valar and Maiar were Orome, the Great Rider, and Tulkas, the Valiant. It is also likely the Maiar Eonwe also led armies, as he was considered the greatest of arms in Arda. Melkor led the armies of darkness with the corrupted Maya, Sauron, serving as a lieutenant. They led an army of Balrogs, trolls, orcs, and corrupted beasts, possibly numbering in the millions. They met in the northeast of Middle-earth in the Battle of Powers, and from the perspective of the Valar, it was a swift and decisive victory. The dark host was shattered, and Melkor retreated. The forces of the Valar followed, engaging in the siege of Utumno. This battle, however, did not go as smoothly. Melkor was able to resist them for decades, devastating their forces, creating very heavy casualties. Eventually, the Valar and Maiar army broke through the gates, and Tulkas fought Melkor in single combat, defeating him and chaining him with Engainor, specially crafted by Aule to bind the Lord of Darkness. The war for sake of the elves had devastating effects on the landmass, creating a wider space between Middle-earth and Aman, creating new lands and destroying many others, changing the shape of the world in a way that would remain until the War of Wrath at the end of the First Age. Yet with Melkor defeated and chained, the elves who did not travel to Aman were free to colonize the West and populate new lands in Middle-earth. Melkor pleaded for mercy, but the Valar cast him into the halls of Mandos, where he was imprisoned for thousands of years. Sauron, however, was never captured, and many of Melkor's servants, like the Balrogs, orcs, and trolls, would retreat to the shadows and await for the return of the Dark Lord.